Yeah, give me a Beggar's Banquet burger, a goat's head scoop will go into a cocoa yogurt, and a Beast McBurton value meal with painted black coffee. And don't skip on the game pieces! I only need a Jan winner to win. Damn! Wonder what closet they hid that one in. Oh, well, time for plan B. And since my mother was eaten by opossums, finding this was a tad bit traumatic. Of course, I'm open to a settlement.
If I had a nickel for every bloke with an opossum, I'd buy out my contract so Mick couldn't keep involving me in all these merchandising schemes. And I'm the lucky one. Woody silk screens t-shirts and Keith does customer service for the Stones credit card.
Rolling Stones card, go in please.
Oh, bad land. Now I'll have to sue you for, say, $5 million or the winning game piece, whichever would cause you the least hardship. A tropical vacation, and after only 3 months of intensive care. Just shows you what hard work and self-immolation will get you.
Stow it in the overhead, Scabbo. This third world paradise you're taking us to is a squalid armpit full of dirt poor, mud dumb squatters oppressed by a cruel dictatorship.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Now try saying it the way I do. As a magical getaway with no smog, no boomboxes, no traffic, and best of all, no clothing required on the beaches.
I didn't hear you. I was enjoying the in-flight audio entertainment. I'm a sucker for Alan and Rossi. Of course, I agree with whatever you said, seeing as you invited me along for free when you made other travel arrangements for Grandmama.
I do what I can, and I wish I could do something about this cabin temperature. It's too hot. I'm sweating like a lot.
Perhaps you're perspiring like a hygienically impaired individual because there's a fireball on the wing.
Flight 107 has arrived at Puerto Guano International Airport. Please prepare to deplane. If you're continuing on to Havana, please remain seated while the aircraft is serviced.
Dad, this doesn't look anything like... Dad?
Shouldn't we be getting the bags to the room?
Nah, Bernice and Grandmama can get themselves there. Bags! Bernice! Grandmama! Once again, it sails over his head. Well, I, for one, can't wait another minute to experience vacation paradise. Ah! Hey, Chiquita, how's about a banana? My polo as muchacho daggery. She digs me. You know, it wouldn't hurt if you'd get in the spirit and out of those threads yourself. You're scaring the locals. Oh, I get it. A little worried people will chuckle-wuckle at your piggly wiggly. Look, I know a doctor whose specialty is stretching the old meat budget, if you know what I mean.
Believe me, the woman who catches my bouquet will be in hog heaven. I just have a tattoo I'm embarrassed about. What can I say? He was one mesmerizing Minnesotan.
Hola, senorita. Care for a Duckman burrito with extra hot sauce? Woo! Hey, Cantina boy, give me a tall glass of water. My sister-in-law in her birthday suit just gave me a libidoectomy. Uh-oh. Time for Innard Skinner to cut a new track. Some vacation. Next thing you know, I'll find out they have... That's it! Exotic third world paradise, smexmonic, smurled, smara, you know what I mean. Worlds 1, 2, and 3 suck eggs. We need a fourth world where they do things the right way, my way, where they don't have any paid toilets. There are no more telemarketers. There are no more valets changing your seat and your radio dials. And no more people who write "wash me" in the dust of your car every year, even though last year's is still completely legible. I can't take it anymore. Convenience stores with 6-year-old milk, 24-hour towers that are shut down for 22 hours. Blah, 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 blah.
I wish we understood English.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, I could rant forever, but I still need to send a dumpagram to Commander Septic. Yeah, maybe that swanky casino has a free can. Yo, Paco, I'm an American, and... guess the word American still makes them quake in their boots. Baby. Got him. Oh, no. Not another intervention.
Well, Duckman, you've done it now.
Oh, right. Sorry. A little airwick, you'll never know I would...
The government's been overthrown! And guess who's responsible?
Wait, I know this. Eli Whitney? Harriet Beecher Stowe? Aaron Burr?
No, Ajax.
Unless it's someone named Isosceles Triangle, I've wasted a whole year of school.
Well, I'm guessing you mean me, but what did I have to do with it?
Senor, the Great Toilet Rebellion was inspired by your passion. We would be honored if you would be the new El Presidente.
You want me to be a cigar?
No, you spastic ooze monkey! They want you to be the dictator!
They do? Does that mean I could make whatever laws I want? Run things my way?
Of course. Your word would be law.
Duckman, part of me believes that you're judicious and mature enough to handle unlimited power. Of course, that same part of me believes that JFK shares a townhouse with Elvis and Jim Morrison on a small Mediterranean island.
Está usted un snabo? If I thought, as you do, that government should be run only by competent and experienced and smart and reasonable people, I would never have voted for term limits. Besides, me having unlimited power, the blind adoration of millions, total control over the fate of an entire people? What could possibly go wrong?
For a complete list, send $12 to Journal Graphics, Washington, D.C. 20300.
Too military. Too spiky. Too fruity. Too phallic. Too heavy. Not phallic enough. That's the one!
Listen, Muammar Cadoofus, we want you to give us cabinet positions, so when this already godforsaken stinkhole turns into the festering sulfur pit it'll inevitably become after a few hours with you at the helm, we can impeach you!
You? You actually think I'd put you in charge of something? First lady, have a nice ring to it?
Perfect. I'll devote myself to starting new programs dedicated to improving education, healthcare, and housing for the poor.
Excellent. I need useless social programs to cut when I'm pretending to be fiscally responsible.
As for us, Dad, we'd be happy to bring Puerto Guano's arts and humanities up to their proper level of esteem.
Not to worry. Taking my inspiration from current American attitudes, I just ordered a new artists and poets wing for the prison.
What about the environment and employment?
Like those are things people worry about. Okay, Charles, La Bamba.
Mambo.
Whatever. You're Minister of Industry. You're Minister of the Environment.
Spotted Owls. More jobs. Spotted Owls. More jobs.
Ajax, you can have a position I believe you're uniquely qualified for. El Vice Presidente. And your duties are to, guard that ashtray.
Wow, by myself?
Use the army if you want.
Thanks, Dodd.
And Corny, you'll be my Secretary of State. So get me a cup of coffee and then take a letter. Wait, never mind. Time for my first balcony harangue.
Borrow your ashtray?
Sure. Damn.
Today, I come to you with a vision. A vision not only of exploiting my high office for personal gain, but of a shining island country where the common man is king, where people will no longer live under the jackboot of a dictatorial madman who makes you adhere to his every whim. I think I'll call it Duckmania, and whoever doesn't like it will die an ugly and painful death! In my first 100 days, I pledge to wipe out the annoyances that blight your pitiful existence. And so I present to you my contract with Duckmania. An end to car alarms that talk, to supermarket carts with jiggly wheels, and to people who put cute messages on their answering machines. An end to music videos which feature the band instead of sweaty half-naked girls, to really hairy guys in public swimming pools. Furthermore, Duckman outlaws all babies in movie theaters, and Duckman outlaws all people who refer to themselves in the third person. Possession of a leaf blower, unconstitutional. Fat women wearing spandex, 5 to 10, no parole. And public exhibition of an Adam Sandler movie, Lethal Injection.
Duckman, we need to talk.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hail, Duckman.
Soldier, you have a button loose. Remember, 3 buttons loose at all times.
Duckman, can't you see that you're trying to pay rent at the Fool's Paradise Motel with expired American Express reality checks?
Huh?
You're taking a ride on the roller coaster of power without being as tall as Mr. Maturity's hand.
Eh?
If you lose touch with ordinary people's lives, you'll travel the same route as those before you, and I don't want to be here when they realize you're not God.
But I am God. It says so in the Constitution. So you see, Corny, everything is taken care of. With Duckman at the wheel, there's no way anything bad can ever happen.
That address again, Journal Graphics, Washington, D.C. 20300. Kids, about your father.
You're worried about his refusal to share his power with the people. It bothered us too. A little lower. Till we realized that free elections would lead to corrupt special interest groups keeping a permanent government from sharing their power with the people. Dad's just cut out the middleman.
Bernice, I'm afraid your entire family has gone off the deep...
Love to chat, but I'm in the middle of a cabinet debriefing.
Senor Duckman, I have terrible news. The treasury is just almost empty.
Nonsense. Where could all the money have gone? Last one in the caviar is a rotten egg. Senator Stark, one of the U.S. Senate's most distinguished moral degenerates. I thought you were at the performance I arranged of our boys' choir.
They sing, too? Mr. Presidente, there's something terribly wrong about using these people's money for your own personal pleasure.
Well,
You should be using ours. The U.S. taxpayer needs to see a few patently propped-up puppet governments that do whatever we say under the threat of violence in order to reaffirm the supremacy of American values and ethics.
A noble standard to uphold, Senator. Hey, I could burn down our unsightly rainforest and put in a new army base with missiles aimed at, I don't know, whoever you want. And that's just the beginning, Senator. True, there are those who think me mad, but I ask you, would a madman plan to have the island dynamited into the shape of his own glorious head? Would a madman publicly announce a master plan for U.S.-funded total global domination? Would a madman come up with a different victory dance for every country he conquers? Canada. Swaziland. Boise.
Duckman, despite a weak spot for the Canada dance, I hereby resign as Secretary of State. No decent person can stand by while you trample the people and principles of an entire nation. Also, they ran out of those little miniature hot dogs.
This pig displeases me. Seize him. Fine, go. I don't need you hear me? I don't need you. I can always get another secretary. I'll call Kelly's. Or better yet, here, Gecko. You pledged to uphold the office of Secretary of State? I'll take that as a yes.
If we're to be effective as a band of rebels trying to bring down the Duckman regime, we must be in top fighting condition. Come at me. I'll show you. Oh, hi.
Corn-fed as members of the First Family, we've grown disillusioned with our lives of decadence and hubris.
And we want to save Dodd from his raging ego.
Ajax, I think you mean ego.
Oh, once again I've confused Dodd's psyche with a toasted breakfast food. Although the image of fighting off a bloodthirsty waffle will forever remain a favorite in the playground of my mind.
I can't let you join us, boys. Regardless of the circumstances, the notion of teaching you to betray your own father paralyzes me with guilt.
He called you a whiny little trough-licking turncoat who talks in a deep voice to overcompensate for his inadequacies with women.
We'll start with 12 ways to impale a man on a palm frond.
Corn-fed. I want him executed!
But he's not here.
Then have this magazine executed!
Senor Presidente, we have scoured the countryside. Corn-fed and his band of marauders are nowhere to be found.
All right, time for my secret weapon. Uncage the invisible psychic flying monkeys.
Such a thing does not exist.
Small-minded fool! Just because you're not invisible and psychic like me and my monkeys, must you criticize everyone that is?
Charles and Mambo, you infiltrate the palace via hand-dug tunnels. Ajax, you blow open the gates with a crude bomb made from papayas and fried plantains. We'll all rendezvous in the palace gardens at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Any questions?
What's all this about?
Once again, the U.S. is spending millions to oust a puppet they spent millions to get into office. They'll spend more millions on the cover-up to hide having spent those millions, and even more millions to discredit members of the media who report otherwise. It's a good thing they print their own money.
Dodd's a puppet? That would explain his eerie silence every time Shari Lewis drinks a glass of water.
Stop crying over me, Puerto Guano!
Listen to them. How dare the populace accuse me of squandering this country's savings?
Duckman, something's missing.
Ah! You're right! Where's my collection of early colonial wooden butt plugs?
No, it's the boys. I haven't seen them for hours. Several hundred hours.
Ouch!
Duckman, they've left to join Cornfed's band of rebels. Everyone's deserting us. I'm getting out of here while I still can.
Traitor! Have a shot!
But she's already gone.
Then have a statue shot!
Cover me.
Gadzooks, some hooligan left the gate ajar.
Whoa! Stop, you fools! Look upon my chest of medals in fear. Okay. Like any great political figure, I'll buy your love. As a reward to all who support my administration, I will give each of you 10 centavos. Of course, to finance such a generous gift, I have to raise your taxes by 11 centavos. Et tu, Grandmama? Well, take that! General, my faithful right-hand man. And with me, that term has a lot of extra meaning.
El Duckman, since you plundered our economy, we've decided to make up for it by turning your execution into a pay-per-view spectacular. Will it be this lovely guillotine? This brand new electric chair? Or a conversation with Kathy Lee?
Cody said the cutest thing today.
Have you no mercy?
Good people, Duckman has crippled your economy, ravaged your natural resources, shattered your spirit. Still, his name is on all my stationery.
That's the second dream vacation / near-death experience you've put us through, Duckman. I'm starting to rethink our Christmas getaway to Iraq.
Ingrates. Next time I become dictator of a small Latin American country, the first thing I'll do is kill everyone before they can turn on me.
No lesson is ever lost on you, Duckman. Fascinating, isn't it? History shows us that however well-intentioned a revolt may be, people are still imperfect as rulers. No matter who you elect, eventually they grow corrupt. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Even in a society with an informed electorate, one that is willing to examine all aspects, do things in, but not without going... Shoes, cheese, never mind.